Am I the asshole for wanting to cuss my boyfriend for raising his tongue against my dead mama? Ooh, child. Ooh, I ain't read this one yet, so this is news to me, hunty. Hi, AWB. I want to first thank you for all that you do and for all the wisdom you give. Your content has prevented me from crashing out so many times and has also confirmed what that I am not crazy. I'm not the crazy one for thinking people's fuck shit is wrong. Now let's get into it. My boyfriend, 30, and I, 28, have been together for 10 years. We met in college, long distance dated through COVID, and now we're living together in California. There have been a lot of shit between us, so I'll try to be as short as possible. College. I'm born and raised in Pennsylvania and went to college there. That's where I met him. Things clicked instantly and we were going very well for a few months, but then my mother died of cancer. I shade to her, baby. I'm sorry. I'm my mother's only child and we were poor. She sacrificed a lot of her career potential to have raised due to have raising me, to put me through school and to make sure that I got good grades and get full scholarships, etc. I owe everything to her. She is the reason I have my ambition, why I'm able to skip 2 grades and graduate high school early. Mama, come on, Ashe, mama. When I was doing calculus at 9 years old, why I got a full scholarship, why I'm resourceful and able to fend for myself. She was the older mom, had me at 44, and I'm sure she did the math, and I might be young when she passed. Professionally, academically, she prepared me well. But she never got the chance to teach me in lessons that mother teaches a young adult daughter. Okay. I was only 18 when she died. It was slow, excruciating, painful death. I took it well, like she taught me. I held my composure. But when she died in the hospital, room, the priest turned to me and said, "I'm sorry you're going through this. You're much too young," and it broke me. And I became depressed and grieved ever since. My boyfriend, let's call him Demon, or Demon. I'm sorry. Let's call him Demon, because that's damn sure what I'm finna call him, was quote unquote there for me, I guess as much as a 19-year-old college student could be. He was sympathetic, didn't pry, etc. But he always had something smart shit to say around me. The first time we had sex after my mom died I was on top, and he looked me into my eye. He looked at me and said, while he was inside me, you could lose some weight, quote unquote. I was a size 10, and he would compliment other girls around me, and he would refer to them. He would refuse to tell them to back off. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my words because I'm getting real irritated with demon ass right now. But hold on, let me keep my composure. Because your mama taught you to keep yours, so I'm finna have my auntie tell me to keep my composure. This was not the way I saw men growing up. I was raised that men who really like you would not entertain or in a disrespectful form, or tolerate other women or anyone who tried to step into a relationship. And I would tear into his ass for this. Really talk shit to him and stress him out. I called him all kind of bitches, hoes, sloppy, limp dick N-words. Shit, his upper middle class Sacramento ass never heard. It was loud drama, and I made sure that all his non-black roommates and guy friends would see. He is obsessed with keeping up appearances around non-black people. Oh, he one of them, huh? Okay. But he was still trifling, and personally, I believe in getting even. So I started to cheat back. We were both black, but he had a thing for mixed Asian and white women, especially Asian. At first, I chalked it up to him being raised in California, because that's what he told me was common there at the time. I had never been. I never dated, he never dated a black woman, and truly believed the only reason why he was attracted to me because I'm very light-skinned, mixed passing, with a loose curl pattern and light eyes. Even his brother and cousin dated non-black women. I always clocked this coonery, but I told myself he didn't know better. Because of this, whenever I wanted to hurt him, I would cheat on him back with white men. I don't particularly favor or dislike them, but I figure that two can play at that colorism game and maybe learn. After the fuckery, we evenly settled our differences and called it even. We started dating very well again, and I chalked it up as growing pains, as young drama. As we graduate, when he graduated, I dropped out of grief. It took a while for him to find a job, even with an engineering degree. He was only able to get through it because his brother owns a house in the city when we went to college. Meanwhile, I hustled and struggled, but I was independent and never unemployed. And we finally got a job. When he finally got a job, it was in Indiana, but we agreed to continue the relationship long distance. Long distance between 2018 to 2020. Demon, now 25, got a job in Indiana as a contractor for a medical delivery company. They set him up with a nice luxury apartment with all amenities paid for. We called each other frequently, and he would fly me out 3 to 6 months or so, depending on my schedule. He would also pay my rent back at home every now and then, but that's when shit started up again. There was a redhead at his job that was apparently inappropriate with the men of color at work, who would make sure to tell him that she liked to F black men and Latinos, but he super pinky promised that he never did anything. And if he was doing anything, he would tell me. I know people like to bring up about what they've done, so it's no fun if you go get to relishing in it. So when I found her blender in his apartment after a house party, I knew the shit was back up. When I tore into his ass again and said I wasn't coming back, he cried on my phone for 40 days and 40 nights and promised to pay me my rent for the next year. He made good on that promise, but I didn't care. I started dating a few other older men on my roster and essentially became a sugar baby. Then, oh gosh, they were lovely. They never touched me. They were always polite, and the other men my age disgusted me because they were either porn addicted, pussy addicted, broke, or all of the above. I'm sorry. If I wanted a man under the age of 50, I rationalized that it was better than demon. I knew then the same demon with a different name. Shit is shit, even if it's in a different toilet. And I thought demon was much more presentable to my family than a 54-year-old man. When the contract ended, I was talking to him, and he was very dramatic, begging me to come live with him in California. He said the only reason he entertained women was because I wasn't around, and ending the long distance would cure that. He also said that he would be there for me. He said he was there for me when my mother died, and now that my father was getting sick, he would be there for me too. That no man would be able to say that. I told him that I wasn't moving anywhere with him unless he had paid all expenses and left me alone. He listened. Struggle bus 2020 to 2024. I know this is long, but I can't stop reading. It's okay, y'all. I got you. Struggle bus 2020 to 2024. Now it's COVID time. I'm struggling. Demons struggling. Everybody is motherfucking struggling. Sugar daddies are extinct. I couldn't afford rent and my credit was shot. So I started house hacking, using my sales skills to convince landlords to let me live in a house for free while I rented the other rooms out for them, essentially managing the property for free. It was a good business model. And by the peak of COVID, I was managing 11 properties, helping people get housing and living for free. Shelter-wise, I was doing well. but I was not making enough profit to really support myself. And managing 11 properties on your own while teaching yourself real estate law is hard. Meanwhile, Demon was sitting in Sacramento with his family, unemployed, with a whole ass degree. His mother, more or later, would nitpick him about getting a job, and it pissed him off. He would complain about it to anyone on our age who would listen, which was mostly me. I suggested he go back to school so he can earn an even higher engineering degree and to appease his mother. And that's what he did, but only half-ass work because his mother is an optional nag. Fast forward until after he got his master's degree, he struggled to get a job again. Now, I've never been unemployed for more than a month. Now, this might be because I work everywhere before being jobless. NASA, Walmart, construction sites, it don't matter. But Demon is picky. Demon thinks in and out is beneath him. Demon says Safeway doesn't pay enough, despite him living in his parents' gated community for free. Demon doesn't want to apply for a job that is an instant master degree or mechanical engineering level. Demon's friends all have jobs and totally aren't struggling in a worldwide pandemic, so why should he? After 8 long, compliant field months, Demon finally gets the job he deserves. He finally finds a modest apartment to call his own, and he finally has the breathing room to beg me to come live with him. And since he's paying all the bills, has left me alone about my career, has left me alone about me, my career, my roster, my family. I'm looking for a way to either teach industry without paying any Bay Area rent. $2,500 for a 1-bedroom is insanity. I agree. At this point, thinking to myself, as long as I am living for free, I kind of don't care about other bitches. Just keep them out the house. The big bullshit. 2022 to present. Now I'm living in the Bay Area with Demon ass. Things are going well for a few months. Sound familiar? But then I got a loud download. I checked his phone. Now I've gotten a few thoughts before. One, the flight there. What if he was cheating? I don't care because we've been going through that. But if he is, send me a sign. Burn his dick for 40 days and 40 nights. This was a passing thought. I didn't think anything into it, but then it happened. We went to the doctors and got STD tested, all clean. Just unexpected dick burns for a month. So I knew, but I wasn't told to check the phone. So I did. I cooked him a good meal, gave him a little kitty, put him to sleep, and activated like the CIA spy to check his phone. It wasn't just cheating. Oh my gosh, here's his penal rap sheet. Exhibit A, over 20 random women met on Craigslist, double list adult friend finder. Exhibit B, cross-dressers from Grindr. Baby. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me go back through the exhibits one more time. Exhibit A, over 20 plus random women met on Craigslist double list adult friend finder. Exhibit B, 4 cross-dressers from Grindr. Exhibit C, 3 download transgender women, men who identify as women, and Demon wasn't the one doing the fucking. Exhibit D, 2 white couples over 40. Exhibit E, a fat Chinese woman who now works for the state of Connecticut. Exhibit whatever, a partridge in a pear tree. No offense to anyone, but I couldn't help but laugh. Okay, so I'm not the only one. Okay. Okay, I'm not okay. No offense to anyone, but I couldn't help but laugh. I was just flabbergasted, astonished. I was deliriously entertained by the lack of impulse control. The levels of depravity contained in the screenshots, screen videos, text messages, pictures pursued would make even Bill Clinton blush. It took all the strength and the spirit, not only to crackle at this level of anti-shitness ass N-word was hiding under his perfect, highly educated, upper class, gated community exterior, but then shit wasn't funny no more. Remember how I said he wasn't just cheating? Well, the fat Chinese woman, let's call her Yvonne, met him back in Indiana when he was a contractor for a medical device research company. And for about 2-3 years, Yvonne was fucking demon and being his quasi therapist when I wasn't available. His complaints about struggling to get a job, not having a career. He wanted not getting the career he wanted, not measuring up to his non-black friends and old classmates didn't start when he was just living his nagum mom, but before he blamed it for me. He said I was holding him back. And now how the fuck can I, a 21-year-old that barely talks to you, hold you back from unemployment? He went to trash talk me, my mother, my father, my family, and now I was grieving my mother. He said that I was a loser who can't get her shit together and a failure for dropping out of college, and said people die and I should have gotten over my mom's death if I really cared about honoring her legacy and putting me in school. And now my family was ghetto and low class and was talking that cash shit to any bitch who would listen. Ooh, child. Honey, that's my cat. My cat is even mad. She just punched a box. I'm sorry, because you damn sure don't deserve that shit. I am so sorry. No ma'am, no sir, no ham, no turkey. And to add on top, my father died, and I had to sit there and watch him pretend to grieve with me, knowing the shit he said. Since I've hated him for the last 3 years, and I've been using his lengthy computer records and screenshots and texts and more with the trans women to make sure that he behaves continuously, paying rent while I get my computer science degree and get the fuck up out of here. I used to keep up appearances and show up to his family functions as part of our deal. But one too many comments about my weight and lack of marriage will never happen. I couldn't even fucking pay me. I'm done with that too. He knows that if anything happens to me, my family has documents as well. I've considered all the other bullshit as man shit, lessons needed to learn, and things being fair in love and war. I have not forgiven or forgotten, but I have moved on. What I can't move on from is how he has raised his tongue against my mother, knowing how much she meant to me, knowing how much precedent she and the rest of my family mean to me, especially since both my parents are now gone. Job market here is tough with the cost of living. I cannot hustle and struggle effectively as I did back home, and frankly, I want to stay in the Bay Area. This is where the techie industry is, and I don't want all this struggle, drama, and grief to be for nothing. So I don't mind using a little free rent and blackmail to get what I need. I've pulled playing cards and was told that progression should be my focus, but I feel like that just my mother telling me to move on without making any shit even. It was even her advice that I never fight or flight for any man. And now moving on is just the best revenge. Both my parents had smoke. They swiftly put a foot in some ass to teach people not to pull bullshit or speak ill. I was very do as I say, not what I do situation. What should I do? And if you've read all of this, I just want to say thank you. And I know you put a lot of energy and time into your work and helping Hoodoo Boos, and I appreciate every ounce of it. Thank you, AWB. And she sent me a, is this a screen? No, it's a download. Let me see. Can't open it. But, oh, there's an update. Oh, okay. Hold up, y'all. We ain't done. I also want to add, when I first found out, I was pissed. I confronted him. I tore his ass up. So he would act apologetic. But, of course, he continued to look at porn. Oh, hold on. I navigated away. Hold on. Something happened. Okay, we're back. We're back. Okay, let's see. I found out. I was pissed. I confronted him and tore his ass out again. He acted apologetic, but of course he continued to look up porn, meet and greet, fuck sites, etc. But here's the kicker: every now and then, knowing damn well he pays all the bills, he would say debate me and say that the only reason men want to live with someone is to have sex. So if a couple isn't having sex, why should they be living together? That was his way of telling me to fuck him or get out. And I know this definitely financial abuse, and that's exactly why I hold the materials I have over his head. He didn't stop his funky ass shit, and if anything, it escalated. I also believe the Chinese woman is a spy for the Chinese government. The relationship lasted as long as COVID was at the top global issue. When he left the first COVID company in Indiana, she didn't contact him until he got another job at another medical company and worked on America's COVID response. She goes home to Beijing every 3 to 4 months and only communicates on Chinese apps. I found him on LinkedIn first and then approached him on adult. She found him on LinkedIn first and then approached him on Adult Friend Finder. She disappeared as soon as he told her I was considering a job in intelligence side of the federal government. He tried reaching back out to her and the Chinese app was deleted. Okay. For all the people who stuck by me for the last 21 minutes while I read this, child, this was some tea for that ass. I'm sorry, boo-boo. I don't think that you are by no means wrong for wanting to curse him for raising his tongue against your mama. But I don't think you need to. I honestly don't think you need to curse him. And let me tell you why I don't think you need to curse him. Because why waste energy doing spell work when you can just leak every fucking thing that you found on him to destroy his image with his mama? I'm the queen of dragging a motherfucker on social media when they got me fucked up. And baby, Mr. Sir cares so much about what his friends think and keeping up this certain image. I would destroy that image by doing a TikTok story time of all the shit you just sent me. And I would do a green screen and show proof of Demon's ass, because he could have just left you the fuck alone. He could have just dated you and not said shit about your mama. He could have dated you and not said shit about your daddy and your family. But he wanted to play that game. So, baby, you not finna cuss my dead relatives out and think I'm not finna do shit to get you back. That's just me, though. That's just me, and that's what I think you should do. I don't think you should actually do spell work to curse him, because the cursing would be with his shattered good boy image exposed and shattered, and the whole world knowing about him. And you probably right about the Chinese bitch, but I wouldn't come for her, because you don't need that smoke from the Chinese government. But baby, this is some shit. This was a damn good story, but in my opinion, just expose him, leak all his shit, post it on Facebook, IG, and BG, GG, and any other FG you see, in my opinion. But he wasn't shit. I would even send an email or a text to his mama and his family. If you're in a group chat with them, add them all if you got their numbers. Post the shit and spread it around his family. But make sure you out that man's house when you do it, for your safety. But I really, really, really applaud, your mama for breathing into you and raising you the way she did. I'm so sorry she's gone. That's still young. I'm sorry. That's still young for her to be gone. And I hate that she is not here with you right now. Your daddy too, But I applaud her for the way she raised you, because her education model and parenting mirrors mine. I am big on education, especially with young fertile brains, and she is my inspiration. Auntie, I miss you. I don't even know you, but I miss you, and I'm thankful for you. So I say to her, I'm gonna feed your mama tonight. But yeah, expose his bitch ass, expose his dog ass, get in a group chat with his family members and send screenshots of shit and tell them that you're gonna do rounds of the shit. Send them rounds. And his cousin, I know he got a messy ass cousin. We all do. I know he got a big bloated ass auntie with her nose stuck up in the air. I know he got aunties. Find you a Facebook group message or screen, whatever the fuck, however you want to do it. It could be WhatsApp, whatever. And send all that shit to them and let them know how they little boy like to get his guts rearranged from the back. You need to let them know all of his sexual proclivities, honey. Do it, do it, and do it. And I need you to update me because I'm definitely going to do a part whatever. Because I need you to be on TikTok, goddammit, doing a story time. So I can be your number one cheerleader in the back. My big ass will be having some pom-poms for you, okay? Woo child, I am the African witchy bitch hoodoo practitioner. Please, for the love of the ancestors, I need an update. And I need you to expose him and give us all an update. Because we all your cousins. I'm your auntie. They your cousins. And we need to know what the hell is going on after you expose his dog ass. Please do. And I'm sorry again for your loss. Auntie, may you rest well and may the ancestors receive you. Ashe.